theater, I'm going with it. So that's
Hi,
happened.
Kelly.
Hey,
good to see you.
So nice to see you.
And
again.
hello, Satellite. Good to see you.
Satellite
All
of love.
right. Okay, it's a party. Let's see.
Hot
okay.
stuff coming through.
Nothing happening on YouTube yet, but you know, the night's young.
Well, on the
it's all happening on Facebook.
On our tube over there, apparently it's playing "Let's Scare Jessica to Death," which is a classic terrible horror picture from the period. I forget who was in that anyway.
Oh, I also forget who's in that.
Yeah, I got to think about that for a second. But it's one of those things that like it was always on TV when I was a kid, and it always seemed really dull. Maybe it's not that bad.
Hello, Keith. When I used to work at the movie and TV photo archive, there was a gal there. Hello, Lisa and Errol. Good to see you. When I worked at the movie and TV photo archive, there was a gal who worked there named Jessica, and people would call her "Let's Scare Jessica to Death," and that really pissed her off. Hi, Denise. Good to see you.
That gag grows tired pretty quickly. Yeah. You know, when your name
Especially
is
if your name's Jessica.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. Hi, Pete.
Right, Tom.
Hey.
Like,
Hi.
Good
to see you.
Great to see
both of you. All of you. So.
Fantastic stuff.
Happy autumn.
We are actually kind of there, aren't we? Not only has the calendar turned around to sort of like we've hit the equinox.
Hi, Julie.
You know, and we're also like at around the time where the harvest comes in.
Hi, Fabs.
But it's actually getting cool outside in the Northeast, so we're thinking, okay, it feels like that. The leaves are turning. You know.
Hello, Lynn, and hello, Devin.
Oh, wow.
Lynn saw that movie. Yeah, scared when you were a kid. I totally get it.
Now, maybe I need to just give it another reassessment. When I was a kid, I watched it. It seemed to be kind of dull. And we have like freaky characters in the graveyard here.
Yep.
And Zora Lampert. That's who that is. Oh, yeah. That's right.
So,
she has a couple of church roles that are kind of fascinating.
Since Devin is here, I just want to show we have a package to open that Devin sent us.
Package with
I have an idea of what's in it, and I'm super excited. Hi, dog.
Check it out.
I feel like we should. Oh, the rain has come to Oregon, Devin says.
Rain in Oregon, cool in the Northeast, and we have.
Ooh, Godiva chocolate martinis. We're not having that tonight, but we are having some fall-themed drinks.
Could you fax me one? Because
I know.
I would totally take that right now. That sounds great, you know. And I was realizing I purchased some Godiva chocolates earlier this year, and I realized that Godiva was closing down a number of their retail locations. So where I purchased them is no longer there.
Oh, jeez.
If I suddenly felt like more Godiva chocolates, sorry, denied, not happening. Well, I guess you just got to go elsewhere.
I feel like we should make a drink and then open the package.
That works for
Don't
me.
You think?
Yeah, that sounds like an excellent idea. Hey.
So, fall. I'm excited. I love fall, and I was in denial about fall for a really long time because we were going to Ohana, which we just came back from last week. But since that's over, I was going to be in summer mode until Ohana was over, and Ohana's over, so I'm like, summer's over. On to fall.
Well, you know, you do the event, and the event is really intense, and we actually spent several more days than we might have doing that. So we had this whole little vacation built in. It was a lot of time. We come back, you decompress, and then you start thinking about what happened, and you're like, I was basically up for about 16 hours doing craziness, and you just kind of have to unpack it. It really takes about a week for the body to reset the mechanism.
Doug says Ocean State Job Lot seems to carry them. Okay, Godiva. And Fabs is asking what tonight's first drink is. Well, tonight's first drink is going to be something I'm calling, as soon as I can find my sheet, of bourbon and autumn.
It's kind of like arsenic and old lace.
When you name as many drinks as I do, you have to get creative. So, of bourbon and autumn. Should I make two or just one?
Oh, just make one. I'll make one.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, because I was going to say we have some stuff to try tonight. So
we do indeed.
I don't know how many cocktails we want to make because we got stuff to try.
Well, certainly.
All right, so of bourbon and autumn. I'm starting with 2 ounces of bourbon.
I know that sounds like a very noted book title, but I'm kind of thinking arsenic and old lace myself, which is a real fall Christmas title.
Autumn.
It definitely feels like it.
All right.
Blowing the leaves and
are there any pumpkin spice drinks? There are not, but you know,
Not here
we
tonight.
still got all of October to get through.
We've got a lot of
and
October to consider spices that might go into a pumpkin pie and apply them appropriately.
Of bourbon. And then I'm going to do 1/2 ounce of Frangelico.
We actually did cook up the pumpkin spice spam.
Hi, Suze.
On the ground at Ohana because Al was so kind to donate his spare can. I'm like, it's just like a sacrifice. I mean, you could sell that for bucks on eBay.
That stuff goes for money on eBay.
It's just like your grill.
We just grilled it up.
We made that happen, and people were really fascinated. I gotta say, it's really not bad.
So
not bad. A lot of pumpkin spice products are like meh, but no, this is pretty good. So
2 ounces of bourbon, 1/2 ounce Frangelico. And then a 1/2 ounce of fresh lemon juice.
Let's see how this is.
It's over here. I did.
Hello.
And okay, so 1/2 ounce fresh lemon juice. And then make sure I get my bitters right. 2 dashes of cocoa bitters and 2 dashes of ginger bitters.
The cocoa bitters are new. They're very recently on the market. Angostura decided to do these. There are other chocolate bitters out there. There's some really good chocolate bitters out there. This one's specifically called cocoa, and it has sort of like a hot chocolate taste to it. Actually, it's
pardon
me.
That's not sweet. It doesn't taste sweet, thankfully, because we don't want that.
That's not quite what we're going for, though. Despite the fact that cacao in its natural state is a little sweet. And a little bitter.
We can touch the ice. It's just us.
It's just us.
All right. So, ice. I made this last night, so I know it's good.
That smells good. It's been road tested.
All right. Shake with ice, and then the pumpkin velveteen. I love that idea, Fabs. I think we'll make that happen.
I think we have capacity. Somewhere out there, we actually have a pumpkin pie syrup that one of our correspondents made. That took some prototyping to make it actually taste like a slice of pumpkin pie. And I think it's still holding flavor, and we should try that out. You need
glass, please.
Oh, perhaps a chilled glass. That will make that taste 73% better.
I think so.
We were selling some Glendora glassware on the ground at Ohana.
We sold a lot of Glendora glasses, actually.
I was really glad
Thank
to see them get into to people's homes because they're fun glasses. They're really good quantity. It's like a 5-6 ounce wine glass. So it'll hold a full Mai Tai, believe it or not, you know.
And then I'm going to, hello, Jack. Good to see you.
Hey. Hi, Jack. Wait a minute. That sounded all wrong.
I'm sure you don't hear that joke all the time, right?
You used to, and then the,
twist of lemon.
I don't know, FAA decided, so much for that. A twist.
Twist. I like mine with a twist.
You drink swill? You do not. You drink high-quality products.
Of bourbon and autumn. It's so good.
Autumn and bourbon.
You didn't want me to make you one, so.
Well, I just want to taste it.
You tasted it last night.
I'll taste it again. I'm right here, right now. This is the first.
I gotta make sure I still like it.
As a matter of fact, I do. It's a really
good, right?
very nice whiskey sour flavor profile.
No white cows have hooves. No.
Oh, dare I ask? I did. I dared.
Oh, Doug says Fee's once had a holiday syrup that was pumpkin spice before it was cold. Really?
Wow, way back when.
Oh my gosh, that's weird.
Fee's has been.
Hi, Michael. Good to see you.
Fee's has been selling products since something like 1868, which makes them really the oldest standing bitters purveyors outside of Angostura. Angostora's been doing it since the 1820s. But all of the other bitters makers are like, by the wayside. Hot Citrus bitters, gone. Abbott's, long gone. And I happen to like Abbott's a lot. Why? Do I know that sort of thing? Do I have an ancient bottle? No, wait, I recreated them because it was a formula online. I was just fascinated, and I said, let's try it out. That was good. What are the other ones?
I just got a really good idea.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 bitters makers from back in that period. Long gone. But Fee's, still doing it. Never stopped.
I just got a really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since we've made bitters.
Yeah.
I feel like we should make some holiday bitters.
Holiday bitters sounds like a great
We have time for them
idea.
to develop before the holiday season. Well, the holiday season starts Friday because it's October, but you know what I mean. The Christmas holiday season.
It doesn't actually take too long for bitters to start to taste like bitters. But if you want to start to develop character, you might want to age them for a while. Some age them in barrels. Blah, blah, blah.
You ready to open?
Give it a month or so. I need a drink.
Package?
I need a drink.
I want to make you one.
Oh, I have some ideas, you know.
Okay.
Oh, I can action that.
All right, well, I'm glad you could action that.
I can whip out like a word that is not a verb and make it a verb, like they do in corpse speak. I'll action that. Can you calendar that item? Yeah.
Calendar. Oh
no. Let's speak. You know, it's kind of crap. Blah blah blah. Some more kind of idiotic stuff. Let's see.
I have one here you can make if you'd like.
I had a couple of things I was working on that this sounds really good.
Okay.
I'm going to open this.
All right.
We're going to start
What's it called?
You know, something I don't know. It's an appropriate name. I'm also working whiskey. As a matter of fact. And you used...
I just called it an appropriate name. So watch tomorrow when I send it to our Patreon patrons.
You'll find out when
the world is. Inappropriate.
You'll find out what it was anyway.
Anyway. Yeah. Hello, E1. Good to see you.
You retrieve for me the rye, please. I decided a rye drink is an excellent way to go. Those of you who are familiar with whiskey products will say, oh, yes, of course. And those who are not will say, well, what's that all about? This has a different mash bill.
That's such a good idea. Bulk spices to make bitters on the VLK Amazon store. And Amazon sent me like 3 different emails today, like the Amazon program. So I really need to get on our store and update it. It's been a while.
Been a while. 1.5 pounds of rye.
Okay, 1.5 ounces rye. Okay.
And I need a ginger.
Liqueur or bitters?
Liqueur. Which I didn't bring.
Oh, how about the barrows?
Sounds like an excellent idea. And while you're there, the chinar, I believe, is available right underneath. I should have cracked all of these out.
Yes, you should have.
Yes, you really should have.
Kidding.
And I didn't get to it.
I'm just teasing you. Jeez Louise. Okay.
We know it is.
All right. Now I'm all sticky from the chinar.
Yeah.
Can you give me some spray, please?
Also from the barrows. Both bottles are pretty sticky.
I'm going to touch the keyboard and it will all be sticky. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'm trying to avoid that sort of thing. So it was a 1/2 ounce worth of the ginger liqueur and a 1/2 ounce of chinar.
All right.
Chinar, of course, is an Amaro. It's a bit sweet. It's very bitter. If you don't like bitter, think about it before you use such products. If you do, you would really like this sort of thing. And if you happen to be a fan of vermouth, but have never really dug into the Amari, they're in the same family, really.
Oh, hello, Cheese Shakes and Blue. How are you? If that joke got old, let me know. We love an old joke.
We were just talking to THX 1138 last week.
Yes.
Fascinating but true. It comes up
again. Yes,
and
E1 was here.
Yeah. So there we go. 1/2 ounce worth of lemon juice.
Oh, fabs. If you want to, okay, we have glassware and records. And if you go to our website, it says that they're not available. You could just send us a message if you're really interested and we'll work it out, because trying to sell it through our website was too much of a pain. But if you send us a message,
it worked really well for a while.
Happy to work it out.
And things change. It worked really well for a while. We sold some product, and then it was suddenly a real pain in the neck.
1/4 ounce lemon juice?
And it was costing too much money. And we're not here to charge you exorbitant amounts of shipping. We're just trying to, Okay. No, I use 1/2 ounce. 1/2 ounce, yeah. We're trying to get the product to you at reasonable rates, the best we can.
I know the shipping.
Glassware is heavy. It's a problem.
Well, it's not heavy. But we have to pack it well, or it will just arrive broken.
You want shards? I'll pack it for crap, you know. But if you want it to be quality product, I'm going to put a ton of bubble wrap around that thing, you know. There we go. Shake that thing up. When we send product out, I like that to arrive as if you could put a bullet in it and it would be fine. That's how I like to pack. Because you ordered the product. You want to get it in one piece. The records are real easy. That's like, what, $4 gets it to you?
Actually, the record is free shipping because we factored the shipping into the
Shipping's
price.
Yeah. And I will also take a
channel to display esoteric videos. I love it. Hello, Junking Data Gal. Good to see you. On YouTube, I see people's usernames and not their actual names. Mm-hmm. So, anyway. Oh, Lisa likes your shirt. And Errol says it's making him hungry for Chinese food. Of course. Of course it is.
Do you think there's a little suggestibility happening there?
I know,
Look into my shirt. Woo! Poo-poos, poo-poos.
You will order Chinese food.
You will order something featuring fortune cookies. But of course.
All right.
Here we go. Straight into your cocktail glass.
Trying to open this.
And the pièce de résistance.
All right, I want to try this one.
I am going to use some of Duchess Spirits
Oh.
Colonial cocktail bitters.
I thought you were done.
Oh, just one more bit.
Okay.
You know, you can shake this with the cocktail, not a problem. Or you could add it after, like I like to do.
What's it called? Duchess?
This is the Duchess Colonial cocktail, which has a very, very colonial.
I just wrote ditches.
Scripty font, and it uses a lot of things which they thought were appropriate for colonial era periods,
Duchess
where people
Colonial.
drank a lot of stomach bitters and things like that.
Duchess Colonial cocktail bitters.
And in a period where the term cocktail, as we know it, seems to have originated.
How much
people
did you
started mixing 2 dashes. Started mixing in such a way.
Ah.
What was a cocktail back in, say, like 1802? It would have been spirits, a little sugar, and bitters. That's it.
Okay.
Basically, an old-fashioned. Well, we put a few more things in there. What we made tastes more like a punch from that era, and punches were very popular.
An appropriate name.
Oh, appropriate.
I think I might just leave that as the name. An appropriate name.
I am going to actually throw a curl in there because we have them.
Oh, Fabs is asking you for coming to Los Angeles anytime soon. I would love to get back to Los Angeles. Yeah. It's been a while.
Had not been in some time. And we always enjoy our time.
Oh, Disney for the win. Hello.
We always enjoy our time in the City of the Angels. Also in Anaheim.
I know. For a while we were going to California quite often.
A couple times a year for a few years.
It's been like 5 years.
Yeah, easily. Yeah.
Patent medicine.
Things change around. Patent medicine. Absolutely. Well, I'm doing a little patent medicine right now that I think could not cure the common cold because nothing's going to cure that.
Devin says, because of the color of Paul's shirt, my brain keeps trying to convince me that the fortune cookies are cheese puffs.
Ah!
Now I want a shirt with cheese puffs.
Yeah.
Or a dress.
Interestingly, there are actual fortunes poking out of these cookies.
They are.
You can take a look. I'm going to try this. See what we got here.
I want to try it too.
You know, next time I've got a really bad head cold, I'm going to make one of these. Because
there's a ringing endorsement.
That will make me feel better. Is it going to cure it? No. Time will cure it. But
I like it.
It'll make you feel
better.
I love
and
that's half the battle right there. Here's the thing. There's all sorts of things out there advertised as cure for this, cure for that. It'll cure your cold. No, it won't. It'll cure your hangover. No, it won't cure your hangover.
It definitely won't cure your hangover.
None of it's a cocktail. But will it make you feel better? Yeah, it probably will.
But it's really good. I liked it. And not just as a cold remedy. I liked it just because.
Just as, a mixed drink.
Just cause.
Just cause.
So.
We have just cause to like this drink. So, we have a package in bag of us.
Yes,
and we both
sent to us by Devin.
And maybe we want to check that out. So
I didn't bring any glasses. So, do you have a knife handy?
There's no zip strip.
They taped over it.
There's no zip strip. Okay,
the post office taped over the zip strip.
I tell you what, I got a knife. You get a knife.
That sounds safe, right? Having drinks and knives. Oh, thank you. Junking Data Gal loves the color combo.
Always makes me think of Adam 12. One Adam 12, gang with chains and knives.
I love Adam 12.
Was that a common threat circa 1968?
Chains and knives.
Okay. I will carefully take this out.
Okay.
I normally have my knife in backwards because when you open a bottle and like the strip fails and you kind of have to cut it open, you need to have a tool with you, There's a corkscrew on this.
Careful.
It's always an awl, but very carefully. Ooh, that's a little stiff. There we go. Get it started up, and you should be able to do this with us.
Oh, okay.
And that's good enough.
All right, close up your knife.
Because, what do you got? We
have Devin's book. Yay! Fairy Wing.
Mm-hmm.
Devin, please share the link.
Drop that link on
so
people.
people know where to get it. I'm so excited.
This is publication. Look at that. Yay! This is the real thing, folks.
Yeah, the post office really did tape it up. But no, it's good. It's beautiful. It arrived in perfect condition.
It arrived just spiffo.
Oh my gosh. I'm so happy to read this. Okay. I'm going to read. Oh, it's subscribed.
Dedication.
Oh, Kelly and Paul, thank you so much for the years of friendship. I am so happy I discovered your channel on YouTube and the awesome community. I'm so happy to have you in my life. Thank you.
We both have a little
Oh,
look at this. This is the real thing.
Thank you, Devin. I'm going to share the link on YouTube too.
Check this out, folks.
Oh my gosh. So I'm going to read the back.
People, check it out. This is the real thing.
Fairy Wing by our very own Devin, who's right here tonight. High school sucks. It sucks even more for Drusilla Bonnet, a transgender witch. Catching the eye of Michael Prince, an attractive newcomer, isn't helping matters. Drusilla is torn between following her heart and her fears. Drusilla must navigate the difficulties of home and school life alike, all while trying to keep her sister Mary from spinning out of control. Between dunking on Michael Prince and fighting for Mary's affection, George Geppetto has a lot on his plate. When the bodies start to pile up, the four of them must work together or be lost in the trees forever.
Oh, boy.
I'm so excited.
Murder mystery.
Thank you, Devin.
Sounds a little gothy. I'm just saying.
I love it. No, it's perfect. It's the perfect time of year for this.
It has arrived as if by courier.
I'm going to share the link on YouTube, too.
And by the way, we have a couple of stickers, too.
Hello. Oh, my God, we got stickers. I love a sticker.
Doesn't everybody love stickers?
Okay.
Remember when you would buy albums, like record albums that came with stickers? Fun stuff.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
I'm going to share the... Okay, I just found it. Copying.
There we go.
All right. I'm going to drop it on YouTube, too. Oh.
Doop.
Colonel Keg, hello. And Elizabeth, hi. Good to see you. There's no crying on YouTube. I did get a little teary there for a second. All right. I'm sharing the link to Devin's book.
It's very affecting. To my mind, it's very affecting when people who actually have an idea, people who are, well, I'm simply going to use a blanket term, creators. Yes. People who create, and you have whatever your genius is, because we all have one, and yours is yours. Whatever inspired you to actually come up with your project and
you know what?
Make it happen.
I have to go to Bitly. The link is too long. Hold on.
That itself is good, but when the action occurs and it's like we just drop product. You know, I've got a record. I've got a CD. I've got I got a book. I've got like a whole publication. Like I've got my articles up. I dropped a video. Like all of these things, all on stage. Just right down the line. I finished that painting. That's just like a moment of awesome. And we're looking at it right here.
I know. It's so exciting.
Since this is available up there on the Amazon,
hi, Amy.
You can check this out too.
Roberta. Good to see you both.
Hello.
All right.
I know that a substantial portion of this audience really appreciates these themes, this style of literature. So, yeah, I think you're gonna want to like look into this.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah, this is very cool stuff, and we love to promote a product. You know, you have a project, drop us the link. Devin just did. Go take a look.
Oh, Disney says that computer laptop is so kitschy. Oh, thank you.
You know.
All right, good. I just shared the link on YouTube too.
Yeah, so not its native color. You have to dress these things up. They come in such fab colors as putty and aluminum.
Gray.
Aluminum. Great stuff. Thank you, Apple.
They come in like silver and gray.
Lovely. Both colors, you know. Jeez.
Oh, Elizabeth says, missed you guys last week. Went to a movie showing of Citizen Kane on the big screen. Nice. That's nice.
Was that digital projection or was that actual 35 millimeter? I know one theater in Pennsylvania that's doing all 35.
It's fine. Thank you, though. I'm so excited.
When I was back there in film school, we showed everything on actual film because it's the option you had. Today, you have other options, and digital projection can be very good. However, it's always fun when somebody's like, "Oh, I've got a print. I've got an actual print, and we're punching a light through it," and you're looking at 35 millimeter. When It's epic, and that was like around the peak of classic Hollywood.
What are you talking about?
Citizen Kane.
Oh, okay.
Movie projection.
I lost the thread.
Around the peak of classic Hollywood, right there. I mean, Kane. That was actually shot by Greg Toland. Amazing. It's just stunning visuals. Just like there's beauty in like the particles on the film, literally. Like the actual bits that are giving you the picture are a thing of beauty. And I believe in that. Mm-hmm. And of course, it was just made by an incredible team. So.
All right.
So
I'm so excited to read it, Devin. Thank you. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Got some fall reading right now. And I know you burned through books at a pretty good rate, so
Elizabeth
I should be able to pick it up pretty
Sound
quickly.
and Picture was great.
Excellent.
Love it.
Excellent.
Our local movie house, which does show classics, is slowly starting to come back to life. They did a lot of renovations during the lockdown.
Yeah. So I think it'll be nice.
They didn't update it. They didn't make it ugly, but
no.
I think they.
It's a classic movie house from 1930.
The sound system was not good.
They originally did have a movie theater organ, which was stripped out and sold and ended up somewhere, I believe, in Arizona. But when this thing fell in hard times, and the city said, well, we're not going to let this fall into a pile of rubble, and bought it back and just decided to do a reno on it. Probably like late 80s that started going back into it. The whole like nonprofit that was taking care of it said, let's get another organ. So they found the same model of organ and reinstalled it. Now I think they just need to install like a real sound system. And we have somebody who can do that.
Lisa says, where is Peter? Where is opera? I don't know.
Oh, they're around.
Well, we had quite a party happening on YouTube too. So yeah.
Check both platforms, folks. You never know. Actually, both platforms are very healthy today.
Oh, wait. Indiana still has lots of drive-ins, Disney says.
Oh, excellent.
When you see people hop out of their cars to do... Oh, okay. They do the time warp. I love it. I love that. We have a drive-in here in town. Did you just say that?
I did not say that.
We have one here in our very town.
We do, in fact, because we just discovered this, during lockdown, our friends in Jersey City were telling us, they're big drive-in fans, and like, we want to check out that drive-in in Middletown. What? The what? The who and the what?
Oh, Fabs is asking if I've ever been to the Mission Tiki Drive-In. No. But I would love to.
I just love the name of it.
I do too.
Yeah. Big fun. Back when you could just make tiki anything, and big fun happened, and Cali was full of that stuff. Of course, so was Route 1 Saugus, Massachusetts.
Yeah, his old stomping grounds.
There was just a ton of stuff. It was more googie than strictly tiki. And ultimately, the Tiki Palace there is more of like a massive Chinese restaurant. I think it's like the third or fourth largest restaurant in the United States. It'll seat about 2,000 people. And unfortunately, the families decided that they've had enough, and that's that for that. But damn it, I want a campaign to save the Kowloon. Somebody ought to take it over.
Oh, Devin says there's one 30 minutes away from them. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The Westinghouse horn sound systems and the original talkie theaters were amazing.
Well, they did it well. They used the technology that they had, with the amplification that they had, and like emergent loudspeaker technology, and made it happen. And when we're talking like you spend all this time these days with like 12 channel sound and all this kind of stuff, Dolby 7.9. It's like, back in 1941, Citizen Kane had 1.0, one speaker. And you had to mix everything so it sounded good.
I've got to say that I'm hoping that among the improvements happening to our local movie house would be sound. Because that is one thing when you see a movie there, the sound is really low.
It's pretty deficient. I think of the number of people, the only people seeing the classics are older than we are. So I think hearing, and you really gotta punch that. It's not strictly volume. You need clarity too, and you like really good speakers. And again, we know somebody who could do that. So I think we really need to introduce
Amy says Kowloon is still open. There's still time for a visit or two or three. I'm up for it.
I really just want to win that Powerball and say, hi, so is the property for sale? Okay.
Yeah.
Bought. Now, who wants to still work here? And we'll just keep going. And just, maybe it's Kowloon too.
Yep.
Different things happen, but you still got the socks going on in the sports bar.
The swaks. Is it the socks or the swaks?
If you're local, it's the socks. And you're probably going to have a Gansett in your beer glass. And they get the comedy club going upstairs. You got to see Dr. Dirty in the fall. Like once a year, it's got to come by.
I feel like I need to play the comedy club at Kowloon before it disappears. I do comedy.
You can put up a routine. You have done comedy several times live by now.
If the story is good, the media format doesn't matter.
This is very true.
Yep.
This is very true. We started out our whole video career shooting on a little DV camera. Our lighting was non-existent. Our sound was actually very good.
Oh my gosh. I've seen 2 seasons of CSI on a black and white TV. That sounds kind of interesting, actually.
Well, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
I saw the entire run of Kung Fu in the 70s on a black and white TV because my sister was hogging the color TV. Meh.
I have to say, I don't know what causes this. I don't know tech terminology very well. But I have to say that certain times when... Oh, I'm missing comments on Facebook.
Take your time.
I've seen classic films on like brand new TVs and they look weird. And I'm not sure what it is that's causing that, but and if you know, let me know. But it's like they look kind of dead. I don't know how to describe it.
No, wait a minute. You're saying what on what?
Like a classic film.
Yeah.
You see it on a contemporary TV, like a really recent TV. There's I don't know, there's something about it that looks weird.
There's a couple of different modes. You got to watch out for this.
Yeah.
Sometimes the television will offer you like enhanced mode. And it punches up the contrast in a way that actually, frankly, makes it look like old videotape. This is supposed to give it more life and vivid, and I think it just looks strange.
Not vivid.
It looks strange. And I got to say that, like, 40s, 35 millimeter film has much more definition than 50s videotape. So I've seen that because Christian Jeff's TV does that.
Yeah.
I remember watching a Thin Man once that he punched that mode on. I was like, this just looks strange.
Yeah.
It punched the focus weird.
Well, I'm sure our TV would do that too.
We have a new
could. TV.
We probably could. But in the ordinary mode, it's good. The only thing it does is, since it's a widescreen, you've got these like narrow pictures. It stretches them a little bit. I'm not too offended by that.
Lisa's drinking champagne out of the same glass. Just gave him a cheers. Cheers to you, Lisa.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa.
Doug says, is Dr. Dirty still performing?
We could look him up.
Oh, we could look him up.
John Valby.
Amy says he has to play the Kowloon. Hi, Don. Good to see you. It's been a while. It's the frame rate conversion. Okay, thank you.
That is one factor that
it's weird.
That will pop it. Yeah, that was one factor that will pop it. Because you are talking like distinctly different rates on things. And if you actually have like some old VHS tapes and you want to play them on your new TV, you have to punch it into the little box. You convert it, up conversion. Sometimes that is a pretty inexact science, and it's like, yeah.
Elizabeth says Glendora's Wine and Comedy Club. I love it. Maybe Glendora should open a comedy club.
I don't do stand-up, but I happen to enjoy comedians. You know?
Anyway. Okay.
Here's one of my favorite comedians.
What says digital TV is steady, analog TV is a fast scanning light, and I think that's what made things look relatively warmer. I know what all of those words mean.
This starts to get into a discussion that sounds kind of like, well, LPs do this and CDs do this, and I'm like, at the end of the day, they all produce sound. If they don't, then we're just talking about squiggles on a piece of plastic.
John's saying the new TVs interpolate a higher frame rate. Okay.
Sounds better,
25 versus 29. Okay.
What's wrong with...
It's weird.
What's wrong with 25.57? I'm just saying,
It's bizarre.
My favorite rate right there.
You have a favorite rate.
Favorite rate. Now, this brings me back to when I was doing production. They would talk about 29.97, drop frame, all this kind of stuff. Why do you need to do these things? Well, there's different standards, How many frames to make this work? How many frames
all I know is what looks weird and what is not.
At the end of the day, that's all that counts. We could talk about like vacuum tubes versus silicon.
Oh no, please not.
As long as it actually produces sound, or if you're a guitarist, produces distortion correctly, that's all you need to know. Silicon can do it.
Lisa says, yes, Errol is still performing. Perhaps you're referring to a different doctor.
I
love it.
If you recognize what I'm singing, I've just dated me too. Hilarious.
Oh boy.
I remember hearing some John Valby back in college, and he was filthy. He's kind of funny though. So I recommend checking him out since we're all adults here and we can take it. And at last I saw his name, he was performing at the Hukilau in Chicopee. Now long gone. So that's got to take us back about 3 years. I got to imagine that he's still doing this circuit.
I look weird no matter what.
Oh
my gosh.
Funny.
What always freaks me out when people are like, I'm watching you on an 80-inch TV. I'm like, oh, no, please don't.
Oh, boy.
Please don't.
That's a lot of detail.
That's a lot of detail.
That's a lot of detail.
Oh, okay, wait. They artificially create 60, is that FPS? Oh, frames per second. I got that without asking.
Yes, you did.
Frames per second.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not as ignorant as I thought. Okay.
Okay, back in the day, for all of you like non-film nerds, like motion pictures were shot at 24 frames.
Oh.
When television came in, it was 30 frames. There's a big difference there.
Michael says, ain't seen nothing since Nitrate Film Fest had to be canceled again. Oh.
Michael, it was so good to see you. And Nora recently. It was, I could have sworn you'd been to the lake before, but no, this was your first time. And I think you basically both delivered the best reaction that I have seen. This is a very crazy special event, and I think you appreciate it for the first time more than some people who've been doing it for a while.
He's talking about Ohana.
I'm talking about Ohana. Yeah, absolutely. And the fact is, now you're starting to talk about old film stock. Oh boy, nitrate film. Nitrate film. I don't think there's any beauty in nitrate film. I think there's beauty in the lenses and the lighting. And nitrate was what they had, and they used it, and they used it a lot longer than they should have because the stuff is highly inflammable. It's a hazard. It was a danger then, and if you still have some kicking around, it's a massive danger now because it falls apart.
Okay, Don says they call it sports mode. All right.
Oh,
all right. Okay, I have a question, though. I was working on a movie last week, and at one point, I was right next to the camera. Like, it was literally, I could reach out and touch it. And the guy who was operating, I don't think he was a cinematographer, but he was operating the camera. He just like popped the lens off and walked away. And then he came back, but I was wondering why you would do that.
Well, the camera body.
What would be the reason?
If you buy a professional piece of...
Amy's wearing her Ohana hoodie. I love my Ohana hoodie.
It kept me very warm at very specific points during the weekend, like at about 8 in the morning when we were going up to take care of business. It was a little chilly then. During the day, it was great. And I got in that pool. Oh, that pool felt good. Oh, yeah. No question.
Anyway.
Always a pool.
Why would you pop the lens off and walk away?
I was far from that. Well, you buy a camera from your local camera store. You want to make video. It's one piece, right? You buy a professional camera that's tens of thousands of dollars. It's like you've got like the camera body that has all the mechanisms and whatnot. And then the lens is separate. And then the filters are separate. And all the attachments are separate. Everything is an extra charge. The lens itself probably costs more than the camera body.
The lens was huge.
And if this is your extremely valuable thousands of dollars thing, when you're done, you pop it off and you take it away. I can see that. It's amazing.
Not a cinematographer, but plays one on television.
I gotta love it. I gotta love it.
I know.
We're having this whole discussion.
I know nothing about tech, you guys. Except I did know frames per second.
We're having this whole discussion of frame rate. How the hell did that happen? That's hilarious. And I haven't discussed that since I actually was shooting commercials. This is a long time ago. But that was important back then. And I understand the differences. I don't think I really grasp what the hell is the difference between, say, like 29.97 and 60 and 30.8. All this sort of thing.
I just watch what's going on.
Does it work? Does the conversion work? Sometimes it's conversion, sometimes it's just resolution. And I got to tell you, I've been to stores selling television sets where they say, "Oh, this is the best resolution." I'm like, that just looks so crisp. It looks weird. It's just weird. And the guy's like, "Really?" He just was like floored that I didn't think it was the best damn thing ever.
Well, you hear about it's so crisp that you can read the tiny little fine print. And I'm like, I'm not sure I want to read that. Actually, I don't know.
I mean, there's this idea that reality looks that good. Reality looks the way that you frame it. That's a very important thing. We're talking framing. Framing is like when you're shooting a picture. Framing is like when you're writing and you actually decide what you're going to put down on paper. That's an important thing. Perception? Wow. This is something making me really
Percepto.
it suddenly became a very heavy discussion. And which brings us back to Percepto, perhaps the greatest innovation in motion pictures ever that people don't even appreciate these days. Wow.
I just noticed things. Like, I noticed that. Like, it suddenly, like, the camera was in 2 pieces, and he popped it off and walked away.
And it's like, yoink! And you're like...
I wonder what that was about.
You're like, he yoinked. What happened?
He did. You know? He yoinked.
And bye. And you're like, that's like a $10,000 lens. What? You know?
The faster rate helped put more of the subliminal message. That's so 70s. It's so 70s TV.
Buy a Coke. Do you remember the Colombo episode where they were chucking subliminal messages and the guy like gets thirsty and leaves the theater and then Rubber Cult plugs him? You know? I
do remember that.
You know, it's just, I remember that so well.
I don't remember it from then.
I remember
we saw it
as a kid watching this and I was like, really? Subliminal messages work? Yeah, guess what? No, they don't.
I remember, though, back in the 80s, that was a plot line on the soap opera The Edge of Night.
Subliminal messages.
Subliminal.
They're going to force you to do things.
Yeah.
You know? No one's going to force you to do anything. But you might be suggestible. I don't know.
There we go. That's what cracks me up about the talk about 4K TVs. You don't see in 4K anyway, so... Right? Oh, no, I just...
When the resolution gets better than my eyeballs, I'm out.
I don't want him, like... He could talk for hours about the differences in audio. Audio things that I wouldn't notice the differences at all. He could talk to you for hours about silver cable versus copper.
I never said anything at all about silver cable.
No, but you could. You could.
No, I've never tried silver cable.
What more things,
Our buddy Ray has tried silver cable. I am a copper man. Thank you. Keep it simple. Honestly, I am on record as saying that my cable comes from discarded electrical appliances.
For those crisp sports ball broadcasts, not for those artsy foreign skin flicks with atmosphere. Perceptive.
Did somebody...
New X-Man? I love this discussion.
Name check Emmanuel?
Oh, yeah.
The series?
Goodbye, Emmanuel.
Talking Euro skin flicks?
So, I'm broken, and so is he.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, before we...
Sample time.
Move on to a new cocktail, we should do... I wanted to do a taste test, and we have something new to try.
Mm-hmm. I think more movies should be made in Percepto. It was used once because it was a gimmick, but it's a fun gimmick and it works. And you can do so many more things with it. It's like Odorama. You know?
I love this. This broadcast is fun.
We start talking.
I'm enjoying this.
Film gimmicks and like William Castle. He's our man. Oh yeah.
It was just saying subliminal messages. Question. Yes. Right?
Well, you remember seeing...
Oh, E1 is a synthesizer geek.
Oh, now we're starting to talk. Okay, so like...
You guys need to start like a club.
I'm not going to get into a big, long discussion of this, but hey, look, we want to go way back. So are you a Moog man or a Buchla man? Just saying. That's your first question right there.
Lisa says LOL on the hand over the mouth. I pulled that on Errol frequently. Oh, Nora said, LOL, Paul. I accidentally took over Michael's account. Oh, expert in nitrate film. I believe that because, you know, you're the gal. There's an amazing picture quality based on the Okay, all right.
Grain is very important. Film stock is very important. Back in the early film days, of course, you had film stock that was not very sensitive.
I love this.
Not very sensitive to like grays.
Oh.
So that's one thing. But then, like by the time you get to the 30s, it is sensitive to grays, and then you get the Thin Man series, and they just look beautiful.
Yeah.
Just beautiful. James Wong Howe. Oh man, he did it. And how? Just stunning. And he was just doing this with a Mitchell. You know?
Don's asking about Percepto, and he says the Tingler.
Well, look up the Tingler.
Back when we were dating, we went to see the Tingler at Film Forum.
In Percepto.
In Percepto. And tell them the rest of the story.
I made sure that she sat in one of the special seats, so she got the effect.
I didn't know this until later, but he made sure I got a Percepto seat.
I did not have a Percepto seat, and I thought it's more important that she have a Percepto seat.
And Don saw polyester and Odorama.
Excellent.
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 Love it.
Oh, yeah. The card probably still has some scent to it, you know?
Ooh.
Mogai.
Nice.
Generative bass music. Well, you know, the people talk about that East Coast, West Coast things with Moog versus Buchla, but they're both modular synths. You know, it's a bunch of oscillators tacked together with cables.
All right.
How do they make sound? Because they're making sound to begin with.
So.
And you just like, you vary it, and then fun things happen, and it's just got that like very round, fat sound. People love that sound. I like that sound.
Can't decide whether this should be a blind taste test or not.
Blind.
All right, I'm going to just turn around, and you can pour 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you can...
We are comparing Frangelico versus Fratello.
Yes.
Okay. Frangelico advertises itself as a liqueur. No specific flavor note, but it's a hazelnut liqueur. That's the real dominant thing.
With herbs.
With herbs. Fratello is just a hazelnut liqueur. A luscious Italian liqueur from the best Piedmont hazelnuts.
All right. We're going to see if Kelly can tell one from the other.
I smell this. Yeah, actually, that really does smell very nicely of hazelnuts. But so does this. Very buttery sort of nutty smell.
All right. We're going to see. I probably can't tell, but...
Okay. So, you continue to do what you're doing. And I'm going to
stare at the wall.
Both samples. I'm just going to stare at the wall.
Just going to stare at the wall.
Idly. These are both at room temperature, so you can't tell what's what. I'm putting this in your hand. Here you have...
Okay.
You have Brand X.
Brand, are you ready? Can I?
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Brand Y. Blind taste test.
Davin loves Frangelico.
I love blind taste tests. They will tell you what you thought you knew, and you're wrong.
I want to say this is the Fratello.
Frangelico.
I never get these right.
I swear. Well, you get to keep your samples, just like the old man bird challenge.
The funny thing about these is, I kind of like them. Well, I like them both, but the Fratello tastes more complex to me.
Interesting.
And
strange but true. All right. Well, fair is fair. I will take a blind test anytime,
right,
and I'm likely to fail.
No, you're not, because you've seen the difference,
no,
and it's getting better all the time. All right,
I haven't tasted them. There we go.
Turn around, bright eyes.
Turn around.
Okay.
Looking away. I don't know what's what. Just hand me one, and hand me another one.
Okay.
I will see what's what. There are distinct flavor notes when you smell them. I can't say I'll be able to tell that on the ground.
Well, I thought I had it, but I did not. But I never get, like, if there's a blind taste test for me to screw up, I will screw it up. All right.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hold on. Not doing.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So we're in. So, Brand X, Brand Y.
Yes. The Christmas tree. Oh, hi, Ken. Good to see you. It even says that Frangelico never gets old for me. Christmas drink. I love it.
Oh.
I love it
for
fall. I love it in a fall drink. Wait, you didn't move those around, did you? Because I might have lost track of which one's which.
Now we're screwed.
When I hear oscillator, I think Buckaroo Bonsai. Amy. I love it.
Yeah. Modulating oscillator. We're getting into chips territory.
Yes. Speaking of the season. Oscillating modulator.
Modulating oscillator?
It's an oscillating modulator. Boy, he's taking this seriously.
If there are flavor differences, and there are, one should be able to tell.
They do not taste alike.
You know which is which? Fratello, Frangelico.
Yes, you got it right.
Okay. I don't know why I said that. I just thought there's a difference, but I think this one has a different note. I think there's Frangelico, and that's what I said.
I feel like the Frangelico has slightly less... Yeah. Hold on. It's good.
Oh, yeah. It's an excellent liqueur.
I just feel like it's less, I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, Fratello is designed to be hazelnut, and that's about it. So it's just a very forward flavor.
It's hazelnut.
That's what you got. Frangelico is one of these liqueurs made by monks with 40 different herbs and spices So there's more going on there.
Oh.
And hazelnut is the dominant flavor.
I had an aunt and uncle. Every year they'd buy a bottle of Frangelico for Christmas. I love it. Oscillating modulator. Bitching the knife. Oh no.
Modulating an oscillator. You know?
Ken says Paul's palate sophistication sets a bar. Yes, it does.
We try.
My palate lack of sophistication.
Yeah.
Also.
You want to throw an old man bear challenge at me? I will do poorly. No question. But that's why I set it up in the first place. Because I thought that was something that people would take as a challenge. They do. They do. We actually served a lot of cheap beer up in the lake.
Like KFC, 40 herbs and spices.
Yes. Seriously. 11 second herbs and spices.
Oh no! Our video was interrupted. Not the monostatic multi-vibrator.
I'm not trying to convert like 12 volts to 110. No, I'm not trying to do that.
We have more to try, by the way.
Yes, we do. Do we need more glassware?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
I think we should do champagne flutes for this.
Works for me. We happen to have
something remove that?
Very... waiter, could you remove that? Glad to.
Oh no, we keep getting interrupted.
Oh.
Do you guys keep... Does our video keep getting interrupted for you guys?
Are we dead in the water yet?
Ugh.
I hope not.
Man, anyway.
Because we're here to entertain you. We're going to keep doing it as long as we can.
So anyway.
A couple of flutes, please.
Okay. Here we go. Champagne flutes. We are going to sample Orchard Hill Bitters and Sharps New York Sparkling Cider.
Hello.
Does our video keep crapping out for you guys? Because it keeps saying our broadcast is interrupted.
It keeps knocking us in the face.
Okay, Amy says no interruptions there. All right, thank you.
So if I can't actually see my video locally the way that you see it, I'm okay with that.
This is wrapped.
I don't need to.
This is wrapped so tight.
Chilling the glasses.
I might need. Oh my God, this is wrapped so tight. Can you? Thank you. It's like when you get a bottle of champagne, but.
That's why I carry another.
Oh, okay. Lisa says we're watching on both. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and it would be wise, actually. Because I'm just going to do this business with a tool and unwrap this, because this is built to stay.
Yeah.
That's good for carbonation. No question.
We bought this last week. Amy was at Soon's.
Yeah, she was.
Our local...
She was asking about a place to go and get some fresh corn. And I said, well, there's a farm stand that happens to have fresh cider.
It's a store, but they also have a speakeasy. And
boy, is...
thank you guys for letting us know.
The red stuff? That's good.
E1 says, I'm sorry, it's the alien implant.
It's a cochlear implant from Beyond Venus.
The comments keep disappearing. That's so weird.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know, you guys.
Okay, standing back.
Oh my God, it keeps interrupting. It's starting to really stress about this.
Well, no one else is seeing the interruptions. And once again, if this freezes for me here, that's okay. I'm not watching me. But you are. So if it freezes for you, let us know.
I don't want...
Because I don't want to die on you.
I don't want ice in my cider, so
just
we can
drop
dump
it back
it
in the bucket.
Yeah, all right.
I don't want to die on you. We're here to entertain you.
I hope we don't die on live video.
Yeah, seriously.
Ugh. All right.
All right.
The platforms are out to get us.
It's a pretty stiff cork, too. Well, you know that the carbonation is intact. And this is nice and cold, so...
It's not just me.
Nope. I'll be right back.
But anyway, our local farm store, apple orchard, speakeasy, cidery created this one. And I'm excited to try it.
I'm very excited to try it.
All right, okay. Oh, Julie said comments keep disappearing for her too. I don't know. I don't know. Man. Oh, Amy says, glad it's not just me. Oh, God, I don't know. All right, not getting interruptions on the YouTube site. Okay, thank you. So, I don't know. I don't know, just say Facebook hates us. I really think that's it. Did you get it?
No.
He's still trying to open this bottle. There's a prize if you can open the bottle. Oh, man. Do you need a saw? A saber?
I got a saber.
All right. Facebook hates everyone. Oh, thank you. Oh, Peter's here. Hi, Peter.
Hey,
Good
Peter.
to see you. People were asking about you, Peter.
And you appeared?
You were missed, but now you're here.
So you're not missed anymore.
Errol's brother used a screw and a claw hammer to remove a cork one time. Oh. Oh, Devin says not to be a downer, but I have noticed platforms like Facebook and Instagram tend to try to mess with kitschy content creators, also goth content creators. We need our own platform.
Really? Yeah. Don't mess with the
He needs the saver for sure, right, Nora?
Don't mess with the goth content creators.
Don't mess with the goth content creators. I wouldn't if I were
Don't mess you up.
Frangelico can be cloyingly sweet if not used judiciously. I completely agree, Ken.
Correct.
Completely agree.
No question.
I would only sip it alone if I was having it for dessert, in place of a dessert.
Yeah.
He's still trying to get this bottle open.
Perhaps over a little vanilla ice cream.
Exactly. Over ice cream. There you go. Oh my gosh, John's watching a possum in his backyard.
Whoa! Hello. We will have possums before long.
Yep. You should come do that over here.
I kind of should, you know?
We gotta see what you're doing here.
The struggle is real.
And definitely don't mess with the witches. Exactly.
Do not.
Oh, Frangelico and hot
around.
cocoa. That sounds really good.
I happen to still have a little bit of the hazelnut liqueur here myself.
I don't, but I might have to pour some in a minute if this doesn't happen soon.
Yeah, if I can't get this open in the next half hour.
Oh, boy. Should I hold one end and you can pull the other?
I'm trying to figure out who that actress is. Communicating with Zara Lampert there.
No idea.
I recognize her, but I can't pull her name to save my life. So.
Gonna put an eye out with that thing. I know, right?
That's what I'm trying to avoid. Hey.
It's packed very well. Uh-oh.
This is not a saber. Not going to work. All right, plan B.
Now, there was a guy a couple of years ago who did that. I forget, some model or something who put his eye out because he was opening the champagne. And anyway. Bailey's and cocoa.
Yeah.
I love it. The hex of the house down boots. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Exactly. We don't want to shoot our eyes out.
We've jumped right over Halloween. We're straight into Christmas.
Ooh, Frangelico and dark chocolate cookies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great ideas, huh?
I can't believe he's... Wow.
This thing is stuck to... You're not
I think
going
we
to drink
should take
this
it back
tonight.
and be like, hi.
Wow. It's going to be warm before I get to it.
I know. Can't you use like a wrench or something?
I was looking for a wrench, but I took them all downstairs. I was about to.
He'll shoot your eye out.
I give up.
We need a wrench.
Yeah, we do.
He's got to go downstairs and get a wrench.
Wait a minute. I have a tool.
Oh, Frangelico and tea. Oh, Peter, that would be good. We're getting so many good ideas here. Oh. He's got the Galilee.
The master opener.
Nora says after he's opened it to the can wrench. There you go. Pliers. Yeah, exactly. All right.
Wait till I
the Galilee
reappear here. You know, this is something that my mother purchased probably around 1967. And I think it was a traveling salesman hat. The Galilee Master Opener. And we had this in our house for years. As a kid, I saw this. I was like, oh, really? And the great thing about this is that you've actually got there's a bottle topper right there. This is one of the best bottle toppers. I'll pop it right there. There's what appears to be a really massive screwdriver in case you need to shiv somebody. And then there's this very wrench-like contraption that allows you to choke up on whatever the hell it is you're trying to open up.
I'm still scared.
And it gives you a little bit of oomph and allows you to really rotate that properly. As far as I know. Maybe I'll fail, and that will be fun on the air, won't it? Live TV, folks. If it were a can lid, pickles, this would be open by now. I think I'm just kind of shredding the cork, though.
It looks like it's coming, though. Look at that.
All right, persistence pays off.
It is coming.
This is the fun part of the show. Can't get the booze open, so like, oh.
Oh no! Devin says when we first moved into our apartment, we had a bottle of bubbles like that, and when we put the cork out, the bottles overflowed all over my bed. Oh.
I'm just going to keep working at this bit by bit, and it will work its way out of this bottle.
Peter says, how about a socket?
I think if I applied about 110 volts to this side and then like grounded on this side, pow, out it comes.
Oh, it's moving.
Yep.
It's moving.
Still going to shoot my eye out.
It's moving.
This is why my eye is over here and the cork is over here. Wow. You know, I'm very aware of the fact that these things come out with explosive force.
Opossums love Frangelico.
Oh, I bet they do.
I bet they do.
Opossums will eat anything. Including
it's coming. It's coming. I can see it.
Yep. I'm trying not to break the cork. It's very flexible.
I'm coming over here. I'm like, I'm legitimately scared.
I think it'll be okay, but I'm trying
legitimately scared.
Trying not to break the cork because I don't want to go back in the bottle. Oh, that'd be real disastrous.
Well, then we would just get the corkscrew.
A corkscrew on a cork under pressure?
I don't know.
I keep trying to just loosen it up and it'll get there.
This better be worth it.
At the end of all of this, this is going to be amazing.
Better be worth it.
It's going to be amazing. Yeah. As Ewan says, anticipate. Say it.
Patient.
Patient. A little Frankenfurter in your life.
I'm legit scared right now.
It is coming.
I know. I see that it's coming out.
Really fragment by fragment. And I think we're going to have some fragments in here. I am game, though. I'm still working this cork. You know, you pop a cork open and you're just, oh, sure, poop. You know? We open a bottle of Prosecco every Friday, and it is nothing like this.
No.
I got to go back to our local orchard dealer and say, so, your corks and your 750s.
They're very secure.
They prevent you from drinking the bottle. Ow.
You're not going to be able to use your right hand tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, folks. Can't work.
Yes. Yes.
My poor carpal tunnels.
Anticipation. Yeah. It is not user friendly.
Did anybody time that? Was that like 12 minutes worth
what
of
about an
work?
electric drill, Amy? I was thinking the same thing. Yes.
And you know, it's already under pressure. You think it would want to come out.
David says there's a Mel Hankey song about this called The Twisters.
Oh.
Oh, the possum went away.
Yep.
Yeah, Happy New Year indeed. I thought it might take till New Year to get it open. All right.
In the immortal syllables of Dr. Frankenfurter, that took a lot of anticipation.
Yes.
Shall we? There we go.
Yeah.
Sharps and bitters and sharps. New York Sparkling Cider.
Oh, that's really good. It is really good.
That is good. That is absolutely good.
It was worth it.
That is like,
it was worth it.
Very nice dry note to it, the way I like my cider.
Oh, Frangelico.
You know Orchard Hill well. They do an excellent product.
Nutty Irishman.
Oh, how about that?
I love it. This is really, it tastes like a bottle of bubbly.
It does. It took so long to get that open that it started to warm up. I feel like just
put it on ice.
Plunging this right into the ice and saying, there you go.
Put it on ice.
Keep them cold, folks.
There you go.
Whew.
We did. I didn't expect to take that long.
Sometimes it's drama. I tell you, I wasn't trying to inspire any drama. It's just a bottle of bubbles.
No, I know you weren't.
Oi.
I know you weren't. Maybe you're just saying it's good. This is really, really thirsty. Believe me, we paid enough for this that if I didn't like it, I would tell you, because if I paid a lot and I didn't like it and it was a pain in the butt to open,
I will save you the pain of actually having to go through all of that.
Yeah,
for real. But this is our local product. They are an apple orchard. They've been growing apples for over 100 years. They started doing cider. Well, they've been doing cider forever, but they started doing hard cider just a few years ago. And that's right around the point where that stuff started to come right out, and distilleries were starting to come into New York State, and then it just exploded. And now they're making excellent product. It's in the supermarkets. You can go there. You can go to their speakeasy and try 5 different blends of cider. They have something they're calling Pommery or something that they're making with cider apples. It's very specific.
Pomo.
They make a
Pomo. Yeah.
It's very dear, but it's worth the taste.
Cheap.
It's worth the taste.
Not cheap.
But definitely.
But yeah, lovely. And we can cut the tension with a butter knife.
Well, this is useless until tomorrow.
No, I was standing over there thinking, this had better be worth it.
It is. I can mix with this easily. It's tasty.
Because it's. I feel like in a cocktail it would act the same as a nice dry Prosecco.
Dry Prosecco, which is the idea.
It was about twice as much as we usually pay for Prosecco. But
but we try things out.
It's good. It's good.
And the simple fact is
that
all of those products work in similar ways. Harvey.
Laura says instant headache, but I'm old.
Some people are not as fond of the bubbles, and I understand there are other things for you. Absolutely. Well, after all that,
I like it.
I don't know. I guess we need to start mixing.
Well, do you have an idea? Because I wrote down one today.
You want to make your idea? Let me take a look and see where I'm going with this, and then.
Well, I will, but I'm still enjoying this.
Yeah.
Ooh, and I think I'll give it a topper of the cider, because it's a vintage recipe.
Ah, very good.
Let's see, catching up.
Vintage recipes updated.
I'm caught up. Mm-hmm. So, I have this little book called Through the Seasons with Seagrams.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the year is in it. 1930s. There's a calendar.
I saw the calendar, but I didn't see the year.
It's right there. It is.
It does say the year.
Okay, it does. It does, though. It does say the year.
Does it say somewhere?
Here. Hold on.
Probably 30s, 40s. From the looks of it.
Maybe it's in the back.
Nope.
I can't read it at all.
Although this is the Seagram Corporation was actually located in the Chrysler building, so we know.
I worked.
When
I temped at Seagram's back in the day. I have 2 memories of that. Well, no, the year is here. I swear, because I have used this book before.
Well, if you think it's the 1930s, we could certainly find it by just identifying the dates in the calendar. And that's all anybody said.
But anyway, Through the Seasons with Seagrams. And it has different little, it has winter drinks, winter appetizers, autumn drinks, autumn appetizers, etc. So I took one down today, which is, they're calling it Whiskey Rum Sour.
It's kind of what it sounds like.
Dead giveaway.
Yeah, what's in it? I don't know.
Whiskey and rum.
What the heck? It sounds like another cold remedy to me.
Maybe the bottle needs more soluble fiber to dry. Oh. Seems like a regular bottle to me, Ken. The discussion on YouTube is very hilarious.
Big fun coming.
Anyway.
I will say that was a pretty ordinary 750 bottle, like a bubbly bottle, a real heavy-duty bottle. But it was really holding the cork. I'm gonna call it Whiskey Rum Sour Improved.
So when I did temp at the Seagram's building, actually it was for Seagram's. I have two memories. One, it was so boring. I was sitting at the reception desk. This was like 25 years ago, but I was sitting at the reception desk on a floor of the office tower, and there was nothing to do. Like, literally nothing. I just sat there and read magazines all day. And the woman who was managing me, at one point, she walked in and she was like, "You should always look up when someone comes in." I'm sure she's dead now, but anyway, that was whatever. And then they gave me a calendar. That's the other thing I remember about it.
Seagram's calendar. Yeah. Here you go.
It was a Perrier Jouet calendar.
Oh, that's a fun idea.
So anyway.
Could we actually get, instead of the calendar, could we get a bottle of Perrier Jouet every week for...
Well, I know, like in hindsight, I was like, that's all well and good, but I wouldn't mind a bottle.
I'll take one every week.
Fiber is always welcome after free.
Oh,
Elizabeth. What did you just do?
Oh my. I just just grab it back. I swept to the left and things went awry. Well, you need to mix something because...
All right. Well, I'm going to mix that recipe from Seagram's. I didn't have any lingering feelings about Seagram's after that. It was a very fancy Mad Men-esque building and office. And I did get a Perrier Jouet calendar out of it. And I read magazines all day. So whatever.
Heck.
Tempting.
Many of us have been there. So, what are you mixing?
I'm going to make
rum sour.
Whiskey rum sour, but I called it whiskey rum sour improved.
Yeah, this could improve it.
So, you need a glass. I need a shaker, please.
Okay, tell me when.
We have shakers. That's for sure.
I know we do. I'll take one with measuring lines.
That is what I'm seeking for you. That'll do.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Got it. Okay. All right. So, whiskey rum sour calls for the following. Hold on. Okay, that can go away. 3/4 of an ounce of whiskey. I'm going to use bourbon because we have it.
It's a good place to start.
We have it in a large supply. Once this bottle's empty, we have another big one. So, 3/4 of an ounce of whiskey. And then a dash of Jamaican rum.
This is a strange sort of formula from the period where they're like, oh, just add a tiny bit of it.
A dash. I'm going to do a 1/4 ounce because that makes sense to my brain.
I have seen formulas that say, like, 2 ounces of cognac and a dash of brandy.
Okay.
Why?
You know what? I'm going to shake it and strain it, and then I'm going to do my improvement. So.
Yes.
Dash of Jamaican rum.
And you need...
1/2 ounce fresh lemon juice. Okay. Got that right here.
And?
I need grenadine.
You don't say.
I feel like considering the proportions, that's a lot of lemon juice, but whatever. Dash of grenadine. Sugar to taste. I'm leaving it out.
If you've got a sweetened pomegranate syrup, you probably don't need the sugar. But a lot of classic formulas will actually say to add sugar.
Oh, wait. Wait, what? Wait, you got to catch up on these comments.
Oh, boy.
All right, can you... Thank you. Shake with ice. I'm going to strain it into... You know, I will do a large cocktail glass. Thank you. Okay, shake with ice and strain into a cocktail glass. But I'll take a large one, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
Oh, Ken says, first publication of Through the Seagrams with Through the Seasons. Through the Seagrams with Seasons. Through the Seasons with Seagrams. 1917.
Hello.
Wow. Well. Okay. Ewan says, I saw a video with the title is The Big Bang of What double. Did you ever see something and wonder if it was actually meant to be a double entendre? Yeah, all the time.
You don't say?
All the time.
Well, there's white holes, black holes, brown holes, wormholes, and continua. So take your pick.
Continua. All right, so I'm going to try this first.
I would be able to explain that better, but Stephen Hawking is unfortunately no longer able to be with us.
Man.
Phooey.
Man. All right. Yeah, give it a try as is.
Okay, straight up.
I love it.
Okay.
I'm happy I left the sugar out.
It smells sweet enough, honestly. It really does.
It's very much sweet enough.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're already there.
Right,
why would you add sugar to that?
Nope. But I will add a splash of our cider.
That cannot possibly hurt that. That's basically sidecar versus Frangelico.
Yep.
In terms of character.
Add it to our... I gotta say, I left out the sugar.
All of you
I left it out.
patrons tomorrow will see that she left out the sugar.
Especially a very dry cider. All right. Do you want something else or... Okay, this new computer is very weird.
I'm telling you.
Oh, wait, we didn't make that one.
No, we did not.
You love Applejack.
I do, and I was just about to work with it, so I'm game. Shall we? Let's go to 10.
I love this with the cider. It's perfection with the cider. Yeah, it's perfection with the cider. Okay.
It makes a difference.
So, I created one today that he hasn't tried. Neither of us has tried yet. So, we try it right now.
Let's get busy.
I call it A is for apple. A is for apple. J is for Jacks. Whatever.
You know, you can drink Applejack as an adult or eat Applejacks as a kid, and I think as a kid you're thinking, I'm eating solidified booze? Yeah. That sounds kind of weird.
I'd never heard of Applejack when I was a kid.
No, never heard that sort of thing.
Probably for the best.
Jersey Lightning, if you grew up in the tri-state area, you might have heard of it. This probably was a little specific back in the day. The Laird's company never stopped making it.
By the way, if you're on Facebook and you're commenting, I'm sorry, the comments have not updated for me. I'm going to hit refresh, but I might lose you. So let me hit refresh and see. I might have to get you back.
Away we go. I believe this takes 2 ounces of the Applejack.
2 ounces of Applejack.
So here we have the Laird's straight apple brandy. This is just the Jack. The regular Laird's is actually cut with the grain alcohol. I prefer the straight stuff, although it is bonded, so it's 100 proof. Watch out, folks.
Ken says, our bourbon and large supply are a good pairing of phrases.
Let's see here. What else goes into this marble?
Okay, so 1/2 ounce apple liqueur.
Well, we happen to have that here, and that is
Right
also
here.
from Warwick Distilling.
Yes. We're drinking local this evening.
Drinking local is a good way to go. Your local distillery is making fun things.
Mm-hmm.
Your local brewery is making great things. Your local winery has been doing it longer than any of them. So,
Well, I never had an actual Mountain Dew. Me either.
oh, that? Oh, yeah. You mean like 151 proof corn liquor?
Errol agrees with Hawking's advice that we should not be transmitting to outer space looking for extraterrestrials. Like Jane's addictions, will make great pets.
To serve man.
Exactly.
That's all I gotta say. What else goes in
Okay.
baby?
So you got the apple liqueur.
I do.
You got, okay, so it's 2 ounces of Applejack, 1/2 ounce apple liqueur, 3/4 of an ounce fresh lemon juice.
I have an excellent 3/4 ounce measure right here. And in it goes.
5 dashes ginger bitters.
Ginger bitters. That's a good place to
and
be.
a dash of cinnamon bitters.
So we're going with ginger bitters comes with some Hella.
Yep.
Brooklyn. Okay. There we go. This is, I don't know if there's any ginger bitters out there. These are pretty unique. They're good.
I love a question like this. Disney for the win says, so Glendora loves her Merlot. What about you? What's your favorite wine style currently? I love a red. I love a Shiraz.
Versus like white or rosé.
I do. We had a nice Riesling though.
We had great Riesling today.
Yeah, from Adirondack Brewery.
Yeah.
But I'm a red wine gal. I'm with my cousin. Not necessarily Merlot. I love a Shiraz. I love a Cabernet Sauvignon. Oh, Malbec. Malbec. I love a Malbec.
Malbec. Great thing about Malbec is that is a style that's very particular to South America, and those wines tend to be priced nicely. They're excellent wines. When you like, I'm not talking all of them. Some of them are not that excellent, but like they have a really good reputation these days. Malbec and Carbonaire. Those are two good places
Laura says, I can't wait to try the bourbon rum sour sans the cider. Again, the age thing.
Yep.
It's great with or without.
All right. Shake with us and strain.
I can't wait to try this.
I'm going to try this 2 ways. I think this is great
with
straight up.
and without the cider.
And I think it's going to be very good with the cider.
I think so too, but I created it without, so whatever.
I have a coupe. This is a good place to be.
Fancy.
I like a coupe.
Oh, Elizabeth says, being an Argentine, it's Malbec for me. Oh, okay. Malbec does come in a box, actually. Black box? I'm trying to remember.
Which winery is actually doing that?
I want to say black box, but they do. There is a Malbec in a box. It's nice. It's a little fancier than the Franzia.
All right. Try that straight up.
All right.
Because we've got it.
Oh, I like that.
Yep.
It's pretty dry.
Very distinct dry.
Which I like about
very
that.
Distinct dry
so, yeah.
If you were to make this and say, well, I need a little more sweet, add a little more sweet. It'll work. Not a problem. I think that I'm going to take a little
Harold Budd. Okay. E1 says, I never had Malbec. I only know about it after hearing artist Harold Budd mention it. Yeah, it's one of those things I saw in the store. I was like, oh, what's that? I bought it. I'm like, yeah, this
Back
is
in
really
the day,
good.
that was something that, and we're only going back maybe 25 years, it was not that common a term kicking around in the States.
No.
And then you started getting much better penetration from Chilean wines, Argentine wines, and suddenly like the style comes right in. Yeah. It's just a style of grape. Well, they're making great wines for the past 250 years. Suddenly they're getting better marketing. And then you can try them and say, oh, this is good. Suddenly Malbec. Sure.
Yeah.
More recently, Carbonaire, I'm hearing about. Yeah, definitely. And bear in mind that most
now
of
I'm
these
going to pick up
things are
some
blends.
Malbec.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow.
Well, that's easily done. Excellent choices.
Thankfully, it is easily done.
I'm going to give this a generous splash of.
All right. So with
cider.
and without the cider. Okay.
And we'll try that straight up. I'm a fan.
All right. Hold on one
I
second.
might have predicted that, but yes. Yes, I am. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This has a little bit of difference.
I love it both ways.
I happen to really like this style of drink
It's
made
so good.
straight and made with the topper of the bubbles. The bubbles add a little sweetness, some dryness, and the fizz. Yeah, it's a great place to be. You could add ginger ale. You could add seltzer. You will get similar effects without the flavor notes. So, at the end of the day, So this is what I tend to call a 75 style drink, which means you're making something that resembles a French 75.
I feel like it has less bubbles than a French 75, though.
Well, a classic French 75 formula doesn't have that many bubbles, although we tend to fill glass. I think it's supposed to be like a sour base, fill with the bubbles. There you go.
But when we have a I'm formatting. When we have a French 75
I'm changing
out, it has about the same amount of bubbles than we use. So, I'm just saying.
Okay.
All right, I have formatted.
Okay, I've changed fonts. We're good. We're good.
We're all formatting. All right. Oh, wait. Okay, so Satellite says, I just made a campfire sling. 2 ounces rye, 1/4 ounce pure maple syrup, 3 dashes cocoa bitters, flamed orange twist. Yum!
Orange twist.
That sounds amazing.
Try that out, folks, if you're a bourbon fan.
I think that sounds amazing. Great.
A rye fan, actually.
Oh, love watching.
Oh, that's amazing.
I love it.
Yeah, and the flamed orange twist. I remember witnessing Dale DeGroff himself in New Orleans flaming like 100 orange twists.
Right.
And he had them all cut, and he was just like twist, flame, boom, boom, boom. He was just.
He's a professional.
Like a machine. And
He's a flaming professional.
A flaming professional. And I tried one. I was like, wow, that's good. It was really nice.
Ken says lounge wine advice brings taste and value. We're all about the value.
Look, you can spend truly the price of your car on a bottle of wine. And I think, is that sensible? Is that shrewd? And of course it's not. But you could spend $10 on a bottle of wine, $20, $30, $50, $100. Which is the bottle that you want with dinner? And I will say that there is probably Happy Place. And I think that I was able to define that because we used to have a chef come to work. He was like sort of a Food Network chef. And he did these, every quarter they did a little food demo, and he was talking once about olive oils, and once he was talking about fruit and cheese pairings. And, he was very down to earth. And there was like a wine pairing at one point. We really couldn't do that during regular hours, but... Well, we kind of did it.
I was going to say, oh, sure you did.
Yeah, we kind of did it. I really wanted to.
This was Wall Street. You did.
I really wanted to do the cocktail demo, and I never figured out how to do that at work. That was kind of a problem. But the simple fact is, he was talking about that, and I just asked him the question, like, what is your happy point in a bottle of wine? And he said, if I haven't tried it, $12. And I thought, that's actually a very interesting point.
What is this? How the heck do you format after cocktails? You're amazing. All the practice.
Check out this one.
Oh, don't know what to do about the Halloween episode on different platforms. Lisa, we will work it out. You've got to be there. You've got to be there. So we will make it work for you.
We'll make it happen.
We will make it work for you. Doug says black tot rum isn't cheap either.
Oh, you mean the stuff that's been stored for the past 53 years?
Boy.
Yeah, that's not going to be cheap.
Yeah, I know. Nope.
Is it going to be amazing? Well, gee, I hope so.
Better be for that price.
Yeah. For real, for serious.
I just always think of Legally Blonde. It's like he's very brilliant. It's like he better be for what I'm paying for him.
Yeah. The most considered attorney in the state of Massachusetts. There you go.
We've never done a Legally Blonde episode. I'm just saying I love Legally Blonde so much. We might have to do a viewing party. Legally Blonde viewing party.
Oh my. Well, we enjoy the picture, and I think there are some lessons to be learned there.
I can quote along with Legally Blonde the way many of us can quote along with Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
An Airplane.
And many of us can quote both of those motion pictures pretty seriously.
I think we can quote along with Airplane all the way through. I can quote along with Legally Blonde all the way through.
Sure.
Oh my gosh,
Surely you can't be serious.
Is it the steak or the sizzle that you're paying for?
Without any contradiction whatsoever.
Oh,
what you are paying for is the sizzle.
I got a question for you. Oh, wait. Oh, the campfire slang. Amy's asking. Okay, this is for satellite, but can this be made with Irish whiskey instead of rye?
Well, Irish whiskey, I think, has a lot in common with rye, and I would try it. It has a different character than the bourbon.
Yeah.
So I would say start there first and see where you go. You can certainly make with bourbon and get some very good results. No question. These are all very similar liquors.
Damn it, Janet, don't call me Shirley.
Boom, boom. Right, like
That's
right
why you got
top.
two into the same quote.
Mixing metaphors just like a pro.
Love it.
Hot stuff.
Love it.
Anticipation.
We can also quote along with the Thin Man like that.
Yeah, you watch it enough, and that script.
I want to know which movies you guys can quote all the way through.
This would make interesting viewing.
Yeah, it would, because if you're that into it, and I haven't seen it, I want to see it, because if you're as into it as I am into my favorites, I want to know. Just hold on. Wait, oh, Satellite says, I would imagine so. Yeah, it's worth a try, right?
Yeah. Always try it out. I would say that there is no base liquor so particular within that one category that you couldn't possibly try another one. If it's whiskeys, try another whiskey. See what happens. The major difference I would say there is with like your straight whiskeys versus your blended whiskeys. Your blended whiskeys have been cut. And they've been cut for historical reasons, which are not really any longer relevant. So I'm not sure why they're still.
For historical reasons.
I'm not sure why they're still making blended whiskey, but some people love it. So away we go. And that's the killer.
Oh. Satellite says, I was following the recipe on the VLK VIP room post earlier.
What is the VIP room?
Okay.
Want to drop down to people?
I think I will drop it on people.
Do you belong to the VIP room?
If you're not in the VIP room, you should join right away.
Maybe you want to check that out.
Mm-hmm. Let me find it. Here we go. VIP room. Okay. That's where all the fun stuff. Well, I don't want to make it sound like this isn't fun.
Yeah.
But that's where a lot of the fun stuff happens.
Gee, I hope it's fun.
Better be fun.
Yep.
Oh. National Lampoon's Original Vacation. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. E1. Yeah. Movies that you can recite verbatim. Vacation for sure. And for us, Christmas Vacation. Mm-hmm. I can recite every moment of that movie.
You watch it enough and fun things pop out.
Or hysterical reasons. Historical, you know. Yeah, if you're not in the VIP room, I recommend it.
Apply.
We try to get there as often as we possibly can. But,
you too could be approved.
But there are folks who are posting amazing things there all the time, and we love them. I know I'm always going to go there and find something great.
Fun stuff happens all the time in there. You know, you inspire, people pick up that baton and go with it.
Ken says, funny how tech refresh is close to Barkeep freshen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You don't say.
Interesting.
You don't say.
Interesting.
Well,
I feel like it's early yet.
would you like to make another?
I thought there might have been a gnat in here.
Well, that's going to put a damper on the whole proceedings.
I don't think it's a gnat, though. I think it's just...
I wouldn't worry. He's not going to drink much.
No. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, wait. It's going to show how much of a geek I am. Close Encounters of the Third Kind and All the President's Men. All the President's Men is awesome. Well, yeah. Close Encounters, too, but I love All the President's Men.
President's Men, which, of course, is sort of a riff on All the King's Men.
Right.
Two different styles of kingmaker. Yes. About 40 years apart.
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Lisa's saying Christmas Vacation.
Well done. But yeah, All the Presidents it's our era when we were very young, and it really resonates very highly because it's all true.
Errol says Brian is cousin Eddie. Great. Oh man, I'm trying to think. Like, who would you be in Christmas Vacation?
Who, me?
Yeah. For casting ourselves, I think I would be Catherine.
I'm kind of thinking like Fetch Me My Stove.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes. He would be Uncle Lewis.
Uncle Lewis. Hey, Chris, if you don't do anything productive, fetch my stogie.
He would be Uncle Lewis.
Yep.
I would be Aunt Catherine.
Yeah. Fun
It's
stuff
just
coming
who
through.
I am.
Check out these characters. They're all sorts of hilarious.
Oh, Amy says, I can recite Princess Bride, Tremors, Repo Man, Aliens, and others. Oh, I love it.
Repo Man, I can definitely go head to head with you on that.
Yeah.
That's just the
Yeah.
That is the age group which I am in, and
Yep.
it never gets any worse. I'm thinking there are like 3 or 4 movies in that period which are infinitely
Oh,
quotable.
Satellite saying Tremors too. I've never seen Tremors.
I have not seen that in about 30 years.
I haven't seen it.
So
All right, I
that
guess-
tells me something about something. I guess I gotta check it out again.
I guess I have my weekend activities cut out for me.
I was kind of thinking that Repo Man and Tape Heads.
Oh, Tape Heads.
Bill and Ted's. They got like kind of a triumvirate there around the same era that they kind of hit it.
Hi, Jamie.
Hello. But Tape Heads,
Aw.
if you do not know this, we introduced Chrissy and Jeff to this recently,
Yes.
and they were pretty happy with that. So, if you don't know it, check it out.
Tape Heads is awesome. Oh, wait. Right. Sneakers.
2 Robert Redford pictures. Oh.
I haven't seen Sneakers. I need to see Sneakers and Tremors.
I'm thinking of Redford pictures from that period of time.
Oh, man.
And it actually
I
makes
feel
me...
so behind.
It makes me think of a different sort of a paranoid conspiracy picture, like Parallax View. That is unsettling. I would say like a double bill of that with The Conversation. Oh, wow. You're going to need like a full bottle of Amaro with those things.
I need a full bottle of Amaro.
I mean, that's just heavy. I mean, Conversation was released the same year as Godfather 2. Like, Coppola released 2 pictures that are amazing. There you go. Conversation.
All right.
And Parallax is just paranoid.
Hey, hold on.
Really, really unsettling.
But what about our relationship, Otto?
Relationship? Bleep that!
Uncle Lewis. Oh, man. Yeah, Rainbow Man, I'm good. But, yeah, I haven't seen Tremors.
All I can say is around the barrel burning stuff, and you pull out a little tree. You find one in every car. You know?
Lounge needs a VIP. Room breakout. We have a VIP room breakout. Oh, my. Okay, I got to share it.
Okay.
Wait, did I not share it? I'm going to share it again. If you got to be on Facebook.
Check it out.
If you're on Facebook, it's there. It's the VIP room breakout. But Ewan says Sneakers was actually made in the 90s. I remember that because I was working at the movie photo archive.
Oh.
It's about computer hackers trying to retrieve a decoding box for a private spy company. I would like that.
Yep. That
I'd
sounds
be
like
into that.
the original hackers were trying to hack into the phone system in the early 70s by getting the
Buckaroo
codes for long-distance phone calls.
Banzai.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
Remember what
I
you
will
can, monkey boy.
definitely register a vote for Buckaroo Banzai. Shut up, Big Booty, you coward! You are weak as an individual I ever know.
Oh, Buckaroo Banzai. Oh, man.
So many whack job quotes in that picture.
Yes.
And the cast is all over the place. Seriously. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. And it was kind of designed to be a whole like franchise, and it just fizzled on the vine. And I think people didn't quite...
It just fizzles on.
People didn't quite get what was going on with this movie.
Yeah.
Because it's a massive cult
Well,
feature.
yeah, just story of my life. But anyway.
One day it's Star Wars. The next day it's Buckaroo Banzai. Who's going to win? Yeah, well, we know who won that one. Mm-hmm.
I love it.
But big fun.
I was going to say something. It was very profound.
I'm sure.
I can't remember now.
Oh, well, it'll come back.
It was super profound.
Oh, it was good.
It's amazing. I feel like I've had enough cocktails, but...
You want more bubbles?
We'll take a little more of this cider.
I am always good with more bubbles at the end of these sort of things, you know.
Maybe with some bitters, too, because you can't go wrong.
You cannot go wrong with some bubbles and bitters. Well, maybe that'll go wrong.
Ta-da!
But that's okay. She recovered. Ding. Last step coming through.
There are all these, like, little glasses there.
We have a lot of little shot cups so we can serve these drinks to you tonight. Ahimsa. Ahimsa.
Anyway.
So anyway. Well, you got a thing with bubbles.
Bubbles and bitters.
I got a thing with bubbles.
Mmm. I was smelling those bitters on there. They smell really good. Oh, Eraserhead. Oh, River Phoenix's last. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Ken's saying, what about repeating Eraserhead? Yeah, and Ewan's saying River Phoenix's last.
Eraserhead is one of those pictures that's kind of a good first date film. If your opposite person there can withstand that, then could probably withstand anything. And if not, then you know something right out of the gate. It's like, I remember somebody years ago I worked with said, you know, it was a great first date film, Pink Flamingos. I'm like, well, that is going to tell you something right off.
Yeah, exactly.
If he, she flees a quarter of the way through the film,
he, she, they.
It was never meant
Please.
to be. Absolutely.
Nope, not meant to be.
Nope. But if not, then hey, okay, good. You got something going on. You know, you can tell. This one would not flee. She could withstand anything.
That sounds wrong, but
well,
I take it as a compliment.
I'm just thinking about like all these things that are supposed to be totally horrifying, and I'm like, no, you can take that.
I just remember when we were at Teddy's house and he decided to show us snuff films.
Snuff films?
Remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it, but...
We've gone too far this time.
And yeah, whatever. That's not how we want to end this.
No, this is not the whole part. We're talking
let's talk about something else.
Buckaroo Banzai and Eraserhead and Tape Heads. These are three very different concepts.
Airplane. Legally Blonde.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. So think about your couple pictures because we're trying to put together a watching party. We would like to be able to do that on one of these platforms or another. If one of them does not work, I will try the other. I don't care.
Oh, Clerks! Elizabeth's saying Clerks. As a Jersey girl from back in the day, Clerks is also just a gift of line after line. I'm not even supposed to be here today. Yes! Yes!
Yeah, I've had that experience, come to think of it.
Yeah, for sure. Snuff film and Hallmark.
Oh, boy. That's really going far.
Oh, Amy knows tape heads.
Yes, of course you do.
I love tape heads.
It's just a force of nature.
Good.
I think that is as good as any of these.
The gods must be crazy. I have a story about the gods must be crazy.
Yep. Well, tell it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I saw The Gods Must Be Crazy, I was a senior in high school, so now you all know how old I am, but my boyfriend at the time was very, 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 very into that movie. So this was kind of like you were saying, like a first date film, like a test to see how someone did. And he took me to see that movie, and I was exhausted, and I fell asleep. I swear to God, you would think I had committed some horrible crime against humanity because he was hissed at me that I fell asleep, and the gods must be crazy. And it's not that I didn't love the movie. I was exhausted. It was in high school. I was doing a lot of things, and I fell asleep. It was a weeknight. I don't know what to say, but
oh shucks,
love that movie.
You know,
if you're watching now, anyway.
Well, that happens. You know,
happened.
Somebody who you're like involved with is just like, this is going to be so great, and you try it, and it's not that great.
Well, no, it's not the film. I was doing a million things, and I was 18.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to say. The Blender Children.
Blender Children.
Yes, Blender Children.
We remember the Lords. The Lords did some fairly outre stuff on record as well.
Yes.
But yes, I remember like the Lords. It was Dick Slammer.
Baby doll.
There's a great
doll.
great quote in the movie that I'm not going to repeat right here because it's pretty off color. But like Dick Slammer, trying to tell you.
Dick Slammer. Yeah.
He does not relate too well to his new videographers.
Yeah.
But there you go. But yeah, they're the Lords. Just bringing the movie. And then, of course, you have Cube Squared playing Baby Doll.
Oh, Cube Squared.
Gotta love Cube Squared.
What was one I'm thinking of?
Within
Tape Heads. I can't call the name of the song to mind right now.
Well, you have the Soul Band, who is the whole basis of Tape Heads.
All right, hold on.
And
I gotta look it up.
Soul Group is a soul duo.
Sorry, I gotta look it up.
Which is basically Sam from Sam and Dave and Junior Walker.
Yeah.
And that's some kind of awesome right there. So they made that work.
Found it. I gotta go to sound.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Take your time. We'll wait patiently. Not a problem. I still have a round. Not for long. What am I do?
Bet your bottom dollar. Beat Me Senseless. There's a song just called Beat Me Senseless.
Performed by the Cereal Jerks.
I Want to Be Sedated. Performed by David Kahn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Surfers Love Chant.
Swanky Modes.
Man. What am I looking for?
I cannot conceive, sir.
There's a song that's in my brain from this film.
I hope you find it.
Baby Doll, performed by Devo.
Oh, yeah. Baby Doll, performed by Cube Squared.
Maybe it's Ordinary Man, performed by the Swanky Modes.
It's a good tune. I like it.
Yeah.
Any ordinary man would have given it by now.
Wait. Oh, Amy Soller's in the new church. Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
At the channel.
Although, of course you did, because you're you.
Yeah, you know. I never did. I was never that much of a fan.
Oh, Office Space. Oh my gosh, Elizabeth. We love Office Space. And I just discovered it's available on, I forget which platform, but a platform we have. Mm-hmm. So maybe after this we will go watch Office Space because I love space.
I would be glad to see it.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Oh, we need to do an Office Space video. We have not ever done that.
Perhaps it's time.
I think so. I feel like he's signaling me.
I might be fading. I was up really, really late last night putting a new door on the front of the house.
Oh my gosh.
It was a challenge, but it is done. Well, more or less. It'll get done. And it does look awesome. So anybody who's visited this place within the recent memory, Amy, I'm name checking you, will visit this place and going to go, whoa, what happened there? Yes, fun things.
We do. He and our neighbor,
who I owe...
is amazing, our new neighbor.
About a case of whiskey to, because, geez, he worked overtime.
Okay, our new neighbor, I will say, he did not reckon with our house. Because he's like, oh, let's go put on your new door. Because our door was delivered and Paul took it to the backyard, as we do with anything that's delivered here. And he was like all gung-ho, like, let's put in your new door. And Paul's like, oh, okay. Not knowing that everything in our house takes 3 times as long as it does in any other
Because
house.
it's not the same size as contemporary
No,
products.
I just think it's our house. I think our house
The
is
spacing of
just
the beams is different. The spacing of the beams in the walls is different. If you want to put a door up, it's like, oh, well, that's like half an ounce too short. Bang. Everything.
Anyway.
Everything. So I've heard that. We went out there. We did it. We hit it. I had a planer, and we just...
Well, no, he didn't have a planer when this started, but...
Decided that would be a wise thing to buy. I did. So?
They started this process at about 2 p.m. yesterday. And then Paul went out to buy a planer around 5. And they finished putting in the door at 11. Which is amazing. And they did great. But there's still no threshold. And no doorknob on the door. But all in good time. You guys did amazing.
Thank you.
Seriously.
We'll get you a doorknob. I'm telling you.
No. It's fine.
I'm telling you.
I don't want people coming in. But anyway, they did great. All right. So wait, office space. Hold on.
Yep. Oh, what do we got here?
Oh, Amy volunteered to take friends to the airport really early tomorrow. Oh, wow. Okay. Good for you.
You are a saint.
You are a saint. Office space. Errol, wait, hold on. I got else.
Mm-hmm.
Errol is the guy letting the neighbor know about the breast sale.
Hey, Peter.
Oh my god. Okay, Satellite says I'll add a bit of sour citrus to my next one. All right, good to know.
Not a bad place to be.
Thank you.
Not a bad place at all.
Okay, and I gotta go back to YouTube. Wait, TPS reports meeting with the Bobs and Lumberg. Oh, cubicle. Oh yeah, I love Office Space so much.
Okay.
All right. Good night, Ken. All right, we're gonna log off too. Yeah, it's been. I was about to say it's been a week, but it's been a 6 months.
Well, as far as the whole scenario goes,
Cousin Eddie.
I can't see you tomorrow. I got to meet with the Bobs.
The Bobs.
I was not aware of a meeting with them.
Yeah, they called me at home.
Okay.
I love
Good thing, Peter.
Space.
It makes it.
Anyway, Devin, if you're still here, thank you so much for sending us your book. I cannot wait to read it.
We will delve into that momentarily.
Yes. And everyone else.
As always. Thank you for joining us here on a crazy Wednesday night. As always, with some fun liquors. It's fall here in the Northeast. We're making it happen. Any suggestions, send them our way. Anything you missed, send us a question. But if you're just hanging out here right now, you know what? We